Hello, hello, hello. It's not exactly the most appropriate music for a Star Wars stream, but I don't really care. How's it going, guys? Oh. I mean, Infinite has just such an amazing soundtrack, and YouTube hasn't given me any trouble for it yet. So, new stream soundtrack? Maybe? We'll see. Hey, Fastburn. So, we're gonna kill two birds with one stone tonight. Firstly, the Visions of the Past, something of the future. Visions of the Past, Dreams of the Future event that's running on Bassi is over in 2 days. So, and I haven't done it yet. So we're going to try and do that. Just once, because I know from what I'm reading here, it looks like you can do it on either the Rebellion side or the Empire side, which sucks because I'm neutral, so I'm going to have to pick. Hopefully, I can still do it as a neutral. Fastburn can confirm that. So we're going to do that once, but at some point in the middle of the stream, I want to talk about the new server because I haven't recorded a video for it yet, and I was trying to decide whether I should stream this event stuff tonight or if I should record a video tonight. And I figured since I usually just export my streams over to YouTube, we'll just do both. At some point in the middle of the stream tonight, I will do an impromptu video recording, so I'll do a whole intro and everything, and you guys can watch me live record a video. Unfortunately, it's going to be a one-take video because I'm not going to actually record it. I'm just going to cut that chunk of the live stream out and export it over as a video. So it's going to be like one of those when you watch like Seinfeld in front of a live studio audience or some shit. So yeah. But oh, hey, and Fastburn and Natasa are here in Discord. I didn't even see you guys join. Welcome. Don't say anything you don't want two other people to hear on stream.
Roger
hello,
that.
hello.
Yeah, so I got this prepped. Let's see. We're gonna put the text on screen for this alert, or this event. Okay. It says, it's posted by Fastburn on November 28th. Visions of the Past, Dreams of the Future. Win December 5th to the 15th, so almost out of time, but I made it. Where your task starts on Naboo for those wishing to aid the rebellion, and on Corellia for those who sympathize with the Empire. So that's tough because I kind of lean towards the rebellion myself, but I feel like if I do that, I'm gonna piss off a lot of my viewers. There's a video here, and then it says, come join the SWGEmu staff in one of our first new quest events, which helps celebrate the milestone of Basilisk passing SWG Live's lifespan. Times are turbulent since the destruction of the Death Star. Vast floating debris of the wreckage hang in the orbit of Yavin Prime. Those who visited Yavin 4 have seen the artificial rings circling this gas giant, the remnants streaking across its atmosphere, sometimes even impacting on the moon. However, not everything was what it seems. Larger portions of the rubble have been spotted on the moon in recent days. The attention of both the Galactic Empire and the Rebel Alliance to this sudden opportunity. Did I read that right? Oh, yes, okay, I see. Each have dispatched recovery teams, Yavin 4, with haste to discover what information and salvage there is to be had. Both teams are seeking those interested in assisting with this salvage. Alright, Fastburn, is watching this video, does that contain like a hint or something to help get started?
Not for getting started. I know it's not what everybody wants. I try and make these, and this is, it's not just me. It is a lot of like it's a lot of staff working together on like how we should approach certain events. Certain events we try and make it super easy, and certain events we try and make it a little bit more vague. I will say there's basically two good hints in the where part of that of where they are. Like once you know, you'll kind of kick yourself like on um, how obvious it is, and that's also one of the things we want to keep these kind of fresh, like these events, because we will probably be doing new ones in the future or repeating these. They may change, they may have npcs in new locations, the quest structure might change. It's one of those things that kind of is evolving.
Very cool. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down about the hints in the text about the locations. So your task starts on Naboo for those wishing to aid the rebellion, and on Corellia for those who sympathize with the Empire. If I had to guess, I'd say that if you were doing the Empire, you probably have to go to what is it, Bella Vista on Corellia, because I think isn't that town permanently Empire?
It is.
So I think that's that. Let's try with the the rebels though. So Naboo. I know there. I think Moenia is permanently rebel. So let's start there. Oh, Forelli's here now in chat too. This is good. Might as well just have the whole staff watch my streams.
I did link him.
Oh, okay. Lazy, you said you went there and saw nothing? Oh, this one feels too vague. Okay, well, we'll see. I guess it might depend a little bit on prior knowledge. Like, if I didn't know... I mean, I could be wrong, too. Maybe they're not in Bella Vista and Moenia. But if I didn't know... If this turns out to be correct, and I didn't know that these two towns were permanently that faction, that would definitely cause me a little bit of head-scratching. No help. Alright, we're gonna try and do this one quicker. How long did it take me to do the Halloween event? Like 2 hours?
Yeah.
Alright.
And like you were finding like NPCs that you go to for the second part of the quest?
Yeah. Okay. So we're probably looking for... I'm guessing these are also going to be named or titled NPCs again? Similarly to the other? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we're probably looking for some sort of salvage or... Yeah, I would say like a rebel salvage team leader, maybe? There's nothing back here. I don't know why I'm going behind the starport, but...
Just showing off that that jetpack.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be using the jetpack either, but it gives me a better view. Bird's eye view of the situation. Plus, if I lose it, it's not like I get to bring it with me over to the new server anyway.
This is true.
Technician, medic trainer, marksman trainer. These are all trainers. Could go in the cantina. There doesn't even seem to be that many NPCs in here, but let's go check it out anyway. So defeatist. Oh, yes, and they will have a quest icon over their head, correct? Like
yes.
This dude? But he doesn't want to talk to me. Okay, there's a rebel recruiter back there. Borvo the Hutt. No, I don't need to go any further in there. Who, me? I'm not a defeatist. I don't know what you're talking about. We got the Halo beats going, man. It's getting me pumped. Taylor trainer. I don't think you're the one I'm looking for. This probably not the right person. Doesn't have a title. Nope. So, how excited are you guys for your little announcement?
For the new server.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I imagine there's a lot of internal discussion going on way before the announcement, so now that it's public, I mean, how do you guys feel?
I'd say there's probably even more discussion happening.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We're starting to have to definitely like deal with some, what people have, in a lot of ways, and completely understandable, have seen and had issue with, with Basilisk. And we want to be responsive. We're not going to have, and not everybody's going to be happy, but try and do it as best we can.
That's
and
interesting.
those do work on...
Yeah, they work on Nova.
Nova.
I remember reading that they were working. I just didn't remember if it was here or Nova.
Yeah, they were really buggy when they were first implemented, so they were turned off, and they've been worked on recently. I'm not sure they're like 100%, but they're a lot better than they were like 2 months ago.
That's good, because I haven't... I was going to come in and record a video of them, and I haven't done that yet. Light Runner. Who wants to play the Halo expansion called Star Wars Galaxies? I think there were rumors about a Halo MMO being worked on many, many moons ago, and obviously it was canned, but I don't know how that would have worked. It'd have been interesting. This doesn't... No, I don't... What did he say? No, you're not who I'm looking for. So Lazy said he found the person in the other city, and he does not have a quest icon over his head. Do you maybe have that disabled in your options? Because I think that's a toggleable thing, Lazy. Let us check.
If it doesn't, it literally could be something that we missed. Like I said, this was the way you kind of have to see this quest is, and this is kind of a really cool story. Is Varelli came to us last year, and this was me and Hackery. This is right around when Natasha was coming on to staff, but we were talking about like doing these kinds of events. I had been kind of throwing around ideas for him, and he's like, "Hey, I have like a thing we can do, and it's kind of a really good milestone. We might as well celebrate it because it's kind of like the longevity of the project, and compared to SWG Live." And we literally wrote it and had most of it done in like 4 days. Like, it was one of our fastest events, but it was also our first event, and there was definitely things I think we probably missed, like little bugs. Not that everybody sees the bugs, but like things that you kind of see in hindsight that I'm like, dang it, I want to fix that, but can't fix it for this year.
Hey, Pooch.
But then the title of the NPC is pretty obvious.
Very good. Very well. I'm probably not a chef trainer. A rebel informant. Probably also not, but maybe. Wait.
Yeah, I forgot to do the quest NPC over her head.
Okay. Oh, hello. I just got a holo call from an old friend. He is looking for help on behalf of the Alliance to restore the Republic. It sounds like arduous work. Work on an out-of-the-way moon. But he says it's very important to the cause. Are you interested? What can I do to help? Are you sure this is legitimate? You don't see random people offering missions for the Alliance just anywhere these days. I don't think I can help. Good luck with your mission. If I do this third option, we're done, right?
Yes, she'll still let you
Okay.
talk to her again, but
Well,
yeah.
but I guess that... I mean, that's not... Alright, I'll probably do it. Let's just do it. You'll receive more information once you arrive at this waypoint. He will be expecting you. Ooh, fancy.
Now this is a thing with like this is where you could go really complicated, and maybe we will do this in the future. Like it's directing you to a moon, so when you get to that moon, and you probably know which moon it is, the waypoint's going to be active. Like you could do things where it literally waypoints you to your nearest starport. I mean, like there's a lot of ways you can kind of help the player along with these kinds of quests, and it's just a matter of how much, like the more complexity you add, the more things can go wrong.
Yeah, no, I think the way you're doing it now, I mean, obviously I'm familiar enough with the game that I opened up my datapad and found the waypoint, so I already know exactly where I'm going. But I think... I mean, if I were designing this, the appropriate amount of hand-holding that I would do is just say, here, let me add a waypoint to your datapad. Or something like that, so that people who don't know, like, the ins and outs of the game can, like, have an idea of where to go to look.
Yeah, and we generally try and do that.
Because you want to be... It's a real fine line, and you guys are... So far, you're doing a good job of riding the fine line between being too hand-holdy and being too vague, but it is a very, very narrow band of, like, how do you drop subtle hints without just straight up telling the player what to do next?
100%. I mean, I know that some people felt that this one was even more vague than normal. I think that, like, the where explanation we gave is pretty... Like, it gives you two pretty good signs of where things are going to be. But, like, some people were like, why isn't it right outside the starport? And I'm like, we occasionally will have ones outside the starport. Like, for Empire Day, there was one right outside the starport. It's just a matter of, like, you want to balance that. That's a huge thing with these kinds of quests and in future content.
Now, normally I would use an alias or a little command here to purchase this shuttle ticket, but I don't actually remember which starport I'm going to. Lazy says another thing is the waypoint doesn't show up on the planetary map. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
It's not going to show, like, once you get there, it'll show up. You may have to reactivate it, but it will show up, because we've been using that same waypoint functions for all of the quests now. Because this is the fifth if you count the memorial.
Oh yeah, well, let's see. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell because I have a... Oh, wait a minute. An outpost. So if I destroy my outpost waypoint... Oh, can I not destroy it from here?
Look in your waypoint monitor.
Yeah, I mean, that is here. Obviously, you can see it here. But I think what Lazy's saying is it doesn't show up on the planetary map, which maybe this type of waypoint doesn't, because this... Is this a special type of waypoint? Like, why is it white? Did you guys set the color?
We can set the color. I'm not sure it may be specifically based on that. Like, I haven't experimented with that personally. But I will.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Okay.
Because these don't even show the color I think it's intended to be for some reason. Yeah, it's supposed to be purple and it looks white.
John Roy, a Spec Force procurement specialist. Hello, John. Hello, my name is John Roy. I don't know why he has this voice. But go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, it's definitely purple in the code. But yeah, it shows white. One cool thing is, if you've been paying attention to the NPCs, they are all combinations of developers who worked on SWG.
I have not been paying attention. Shoot, do we have to go back? Damn. So who is John Roy reference
Well, it
to?
was where we're taking like a last name from one, like not to be super on the nose about the homage. We kind of like mixed up their names.
Got it. So this isn't Ron Joy, is it? Good old Ronald Joy. That's a bad joke. Never mind. All right, back to the quest. Uh, hello, my name is John Roy, Spec Force Procurement Specialist for the Rebellion. Did you make contact with our informant? Yeah, she sent me to speak with you. Thank you for coming all this. Oh, that's gonna hurt my throat. Can't do that voice. All right. I'm sorry. How? Excuse me. Almost just died. Okay. We have reason to believe parts of the destroyed Death Star have fallen from orbit in large quantities nearby. We need to get them as fast as we can. The Empire is likely already moving to acquire them as well. Alright, let's find these before the Empire does. Are you positive I can be helpful here? What does this stuff even look like? I'm tempted to choose these options just to see what you guys decided to do, but I don't want to screw anything up. Alright, let's do it. Aw. Wait a minute. We can use anyone willing and able to contribute to the cause. Head out to the waypoint I just sent you. We believe there are valuable items to be found within a few hundred meters of that location. Alright, we will not be using the jetpack for this. And I should have got buffs. I don't know why I came to Yavin unbuffed. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, that is part of like I want to get a lot of these like events that are timed like this to be not the hardest thing so that most of the player base can appreciate them, because one of the things that this type of quest structure alleviates is, as a event coordinator, you do an event for an hour or two on one planet, you might get 90 to 200 people. Like, you can get a pretty good amount of the player base, but not all the player base is going to be able to attend. And this way you have 10 days to proceed through it and kind of enjoy it at your leisure, or when it works, just kind of like coming in at this point, it's perfectly fine. We just wanted to be more approachable and make these a lot lower barrier to entry. Like, yeah, I don't want to do like a boss monster you have to fight and like you need a huge group.
Yeah,
Maybe
we talked
we'll do
about
that eventually.
We talked about, well, I don't know if we talked about that on the Halloween live stream event or if we talked about it after, because I know you, me, and Natasha had a brief conversation after the stream ended. But yeah, trying to come up with an event that is inclusive that doesn't involve combat can be challenging if there are people who only, are only crafters or whatever. But I think this is probably the part that Lazy was referring to. So yeah, I can see how I was given a waypoint. So I have an arrow and I have a distance on my waypoint monitor, but if I open my planetary map, that waypoint is nowhere to be found. And believe it or not, there are people who don't know about the on-screen waypoint monitor. So it could be, again, confusing to them if they're like, here, go to this waypoint, and they're like, oh, where am I supposed to go?
Yeah, there's a few little bugs with this, or like different approaches we can take for the next time this comes around, and it will definitely be a different, like, the idea I want to have is that you come here next year, you're looking for the same NPC. Maybe he's not involved anymore. Maybe something's happening, but it's different NPCs, or maybe they're in completely different locations, or there's more steps to the quests, or like there's a bunch of different things that can kind of change between them, but they're still going to effectively be the same event.
I'm going to treat this as a mini interview with you, Fastburn, because we were talking about it on Discord. Somebody had commented on my Halloween event. I'm trying to mix two different things together now. Let me ask you this first. Can you guys track how many people have completed either version of this? So can you track how many people completed it for the Rebels and how many people completed it for the Empire? Or is that information lost?
No, we can track it.
Okay, cool. So, and this is how this ties into the Halloween thing. So apparently we were talking about the Cries of Alderaan quest line that they had on live back when we did the Halloween event live stream. And somebody who had never played on live commented asking, like, what is that? Can you elaborate on that? It was basically a series of... It was like a bunch of quest chains that Rebels and Imperials had separate objectives. And depending on how many members of either faction participated, the winning faction would either receive some sort of bonus item or like a discount on stuff from their faction recruiters or something as like a reward for participating in the event. And then when the next event came around, it would continue the storyline, and the storyline of the events, I mean, they weren't ever really super interesting, but the winning factions, their actions or whatever, what they did in their previous quest would impact or have some sort of effect on the overall story of the quest chain. So is that something that you guys would plan on doing with stuff like this? Where depending on which faction participates more, that influences what events are coming up next?
Effectively, yes, because I haven't asked for all of them and every one we've done, but we've monitored them on a pretty regular basis. First, to just make sure that everything was working and that there wasn't like unreported bugs that we needed to follow up on. But it's definitely something like we have the tools to like know who started the quest, know who finished the quest. Because these, all the quests, just like any of the other quests in the game, like they kind of attach something to you that tells us or tells the NPCs that you're talking to what part you finished. That is definitely something in the future we can kind of do longer term storylines where players do affect it. Obviously, that's, it's not a simple task to plan those. They take a lot of time, and for a lot of ways, they're not as important once you've done them. So, like, it's a cost to impact sort of thing for the staff to consider.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's cool that it's an option. I think it would be pretty neat once, post 1.0 to have some sort of server-wide story arc or something that's going on that players have a little bit of influence over, like the number of people that participate in it. Even if it's not one side versus the other, even if it's just like, hey, if we can get X number of people to do this, you guys will, I don't know, unlock something. Doesn't matter what it is. That's the thing. It doesn't really even matter. As long as it's there and as long as it's something to do, I think that's what's most important. It doesn't even matter if it's like that substantial of a reward. Players just need more things to do.
No, I think we agree a lot about that. I think that's a lot of where like when LK did the heat maps.
Yep.
Like as a way to like designing a quest, it's important to look at like, okay, like if you look at where people go on Yavin, and I know this is a long way out, I wanted to try and do something that was equidistant so that either of the starports, you weren't driving further on one side than the other.
I did. I totally pulled up my map. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure the waypoint's down here. I triangulated. I'm like, it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah, it really doesn't make a difference. And that was kind of intentional, but it's also a part of that planet that almost nobody goes to. Like, pretty much people are going to the Dark Enclave or the Light Enclave, or they're hunting specific locations. And especially when like regional spawning ends up coming online, like it's probably going to change those heat maps even more.
Just realized that the one track I had playing was like the main theme from Halo, which is probably the one track that is going to get copyrighted from this damn playlist that I'm playing. So I just skipped it, and hopefully everything we just said doesn't get muted.
Oh, rip.
I think we'll be alright. I got the volume turned down enough. Our voices should be masking it. But yeah, all of my experience hunting Black Sun back in the day is paying off by avoiding all of these mob groups. With my luck, though, I'll get to the objective and there'll be like a click nick layer on top of it.
That is something that is kind of something to consider. That we know, and I promise you will change.
There's a thing.
Like with these kinds of areas we've done in previous quests, we've made it so that they didn't have spawns in them. We didn't do that with this one because it was our first one. We will do it in the future. Like, the idea is so that, you know, if you're a new player, you're not going to get hammered by a...
Get rid of him, Lazy. Take the aggro away. Go.
Yeah.
Because there was a mob right on top of it. Oh, wait, that's the waypoint.
Tiger.
No, crap! I'm being chased! Okay, I need to find this debris or whatever. Let's see how if I can cheese this in any way. I don't see anything on the overhead map.
It's not on the overhead map. It is kind of a little bit hard to find.
Oh wait, no, I see Death Star wreckage. Oh no, wait, is that a layer? What is that? A thicket. That's not what I want. Unless I have to search the thicket.
Not for this one, no.
Alright, let's reread. Valuable items to be found within a few hundred meters of that location. Okay, so we can spread out a little bit here. Few hundred meters. Now, few should be like 4, right? So no more than 400 meters.
It's only about 200 meters.
Hey, no help. No help. We're gonna find it.
I'm just gonna say a few is, like I've always been told, a few is not like 3 or 4. A few is like 2.
No, 2 is
or
a
the
couple.
One, but
2 is
I'd
a
like
couple.
To see rolling on that, please.
I see more NPCs. If it's not going to be on the overhead map, it's usually interactive objects show up on the radar as like a white square. So that's kind of what I'm looking for right now, but I'm also just scanning visually to see if I spot any text. Does it have the show all object names? Yeah. I see an Imperial camp over there, but I don't think that's related. I think that's just a random spawn.
It is. It's actually a pretty cool one, if you ask me. Uses a lot of big buildings.
There's also some stranded rebel officers here, but I think these are once again random spawns. Yeah, let's drive up to them and check them out.
Yeah, they're random. Like, you can kind of tell because their whole area is flat.
Yep.
That's part of how they spawn their theater.
Okay. Maybe I am missing something then. Because I haven't seen... I'm pretty sure I just did a whole circle around it. I didn't see anything on the map, on the radar. I haven't been able, or I haven't been trying to like tab target anything. There's a lot of debris around here, though. Let's kind of follow this. It is leading back to this big round thing. Let me zoom in on here. What am I missing? Because this stuff seems to be making a trail. I don't know if this is like a path I'm supposed to follow or if this is just like the trail that the debris supposedly left when it crashed. And I'm supposed to just be looking in a large radius. Can I drive inside this thing? No. Does this have an entrance?
The only hint I'll give you is look closely.
Look closely.
You just had to be that guy, Fastburn, didn't you?
What? What?
Oh, for a second I thought that was actually an entrance. Oh, wait. That's... Ooh, it's tricky. That's tricky, alright. Okay, well, let's see if we can not die. I don't know where those guys are going back to reset. Grab it! Fuck out! Up out of here. Alright, let's see what this thing says. Visions of the Past, Imperial Decryptor. Very old model of decryption device, probably burned out due to overuse. Oh, so wait, this is... Okay, this is the stuff that you guys can't change, correct?
Yes, we can't change the description. That's defined in your client IFF, the file format for everything, basically.
Okay.
So we can change names, but we can't change, like, basics about it. We can't change, like, the color or anything like that in most cases.
Got it.
Wish we could. Maybe we can in the future, but not right now.
And check it out. This, the mining outpost is actually closer by about 1,300 meters. I'm gonna assume that that's all I was looking for and go back. Because I didn't get any sort of update or anything, so we're gonna assume that that was it.
That is one of the things about this quest, because it's a like a retrieval kind of quest. It doesn't give you that feedback. Now, there's probably ways we could do that. Like
wait, hold on, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Lazy says he found something else.
There is a rare item that spawns in the debris.
What?
But you only need one thing to turn in. You don't need... You can have as many as you want, as, you know, collectibles or whatever.
We're going back.
But there is a rare thing.
A rare thing, as in, like, what does it mean? It doesn't spawn all the time, or what makes it rare? It's just not part of the quest.
No, it's a part of the quest. It doesn't spawn very often.
Oh. So, it's probably not going to be there again when I go back. Oh, random chance of it spawning in the same debris. I see. So it's not like there's another debris pile somewhere that I need to find?
I mean, there's a bunch of them, and they all can respawn at their own rate.
Oh, so when I looted that pile, it despawned?
It didn't despawn, but it has to wait for a respawn timer to click to respawn. It may already be done.
Yeah, it's there.
It may only be like 2 minutes or something.
So that's really... I mean, if I wasn't in an area unbuffed where I could probably die in like 2 or 3 hits, I would appreciate this a lot more. But the fact that this doesn't show up on the map, it doesn't show up on the overhead map, and I can't even tab target it. Like, see how I can tab target my swoop, but it doesn't detect this at all. That's dubious.
And it's also one of those things, like we have to, doing these events, we can't dress NPCs.
No,
We can't.
here's what you need to do.
We can't custom make items.
Perfect solution. All you got to do is see like these smoke effects and shit that you got on here. Put some sparks on this. Just something to draw your eye to it. That's all it needs. Put a little like spark or a little smoke effect or something next to this. Done. That's all you need.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is we don't have a great deal of tools to work with, so we have to make things fit as best we can.
Yeah, understood. You could do that though, right? You could add like a little effect like this.
Some of the effects are pretty big. Some of them, like the smoke effect is huge.
You can't see. You can't scale that?
No, we can't scale it.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's again, that's exactly like what we were talking about previously is I'm not sure what your limitations are on a lot of things, so some of my ideas may be no good. It's interesting. Now that I know what I'm looking for, they're kind of easy to find. But until you know what you're looking for, that is super easy to miss.
Yes, it is. And I wish, like I said, if we could
have the
no spawn.
Run! Sorry, go ahead.
If we had the no spawn up area around it, then it would be a lot more easy to go through and not have to deal with the riffraff. And that was something like I'm kicking myself about. But yeah, like that's the thing too, is the things we can do, and you kind of have, there's so many ways to have to account for things. It can be hard to get it right. Like with that, because NPCs can spawn, they can deform the terrain. If they deform the terrain, it can hide the debris piles, and it can make, like what Forelli's saying is, maybe we could hide it further in the terrain, which is definitely something we could do, and might turn out really, really nice to kind of to use that same effect in a better way or more interesting way for what we're trying to accomplish. But you guys also got to make sure that you're controlling the area, because if the random spawner can spawn something there, inevitably it will, and it will deform the terrain.
All right, so I checked a few debris piles. I'm gonna give up on the rare item for now. Lazy. If you don't mind, meet me up somewhere, and I'd like to just see what it is. You can keep it. I just want to see it.
Yeah, it's all tradable. But yeah, and I love it where if you picked up the item, then it updated. That may be something we can do. That may be something we can't do until we can do a lot more changes to the whole approach.
Now, post 1.0, I know in the past I've heard people say that you guys are never going to change the client because that's kind of treading on gray legal grounds. But are you going to be able to edit item descriptions and stuff in the future, or you just not doing it now because of 14.1, or is that just out of the realm of your guys' scope, period?
Right now it's outside of the realm of our scope. Is it something we can do? Sure. But
is it outside of the scope post 1.0 as well?
I really can't answer that. Okay. Furley will kill me.
I don't think Forelli's that violent, but maybe.
But yeah, I mean, I would say these kinds of things, being able to do specific badges, being able to do specific quest journal entries. Like that would be awesome, but it is definitely not something that's in the scope of things right now.
What POI is that? Woolamander. Someone bonk Furley on the head so we can get sweet, sweet info. Marilis, what is this event all about? It has something to do with Death Star debris landing on Yavin 4, and both the Rebels and the Empire sending salvage teams to retrieve intel, I guess? That's what it seems like so far. Because we just looted some sort of Imperial decryptor, which I'm bringing back to the quest giver. We can edit text easily, of course. Where we get into the gray areas, editing the IP of the license holders, so we can't edit Luke Skywalker. But we could add custom mobiles, for example, because that's our own IP. It's fuzzy, though. Interesting. Basically, you can count on us to do anything in 1.0 that's fun, that won't get us into legal trouble. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. The problem with that is, like, won't get us into legal trouble is a very vague restriction. And of course, I just found a group of Black Sun, and I'm not buffed to take them on. So, whoever's on that wants to come kill a bunch of Black Sun, there's a bunch of them right here. I'll give you the coordinates. They're only 3 kilometers, almost 4 kilometers away from the mining outpost. Dude, come on. Figures, I found them a lot quicker when I wasn't looking for them. There's 2 guards and 2 thugs. No, a thug and a henchman. I can't leave here too, right? Because if I get too far away, they might despawn.
Yes. If you leave their area within like 5 minutes, they'll should despawn. Or so.
Hey, Tobias. Yep, it's Galaxy's night. Well, this is good, actually. With Fast Burn in chat, I don't even need to tell... Like, I don't even need to record a video talking about the new server. I can just have you do it.
I just didn't sign on to that, man.
Wait, Pharrell, are you actually coming out here to kill these guys? Because I'll wait. If somebody's coming out here, I'll wait. If not, then not. Hey, ZZ. Alright, I mean, I guess we just continue our mission. Oh, you're not doing that? Alright. Does Black Sun get to live another day? Should've got buffed. Doesn't matter. The new server coming online, even if I did loot a jetpack base, it wouldn't matter that much in a couple weeks anyway. Is Forelli the Jar Jar Sith Lord? Pretty much. Wait, did I still have that picture on here, because this is the same computer that I did the Halloween live stream. Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, not only do I still have the picture on here. Oh, it's behind my webcam. Wait. Come on. There we go. Try to sleep now, kids.
That abomination.
Hey, you guys created it. I only
I know.
discovered it.
Really a glorious moment.
If I remember. If I remember what? When we made the Carrie Fisher tribute? Yeah. I remember you spawning with no hair. We wrestled with that bug for like 90 minutes. Oh, like the clothes on top of the character appearance? Yeah. I remember we tried it. The first character that we tried it with you, your character was a male. So when you tried to turn yourself into Leia, you ran into issues because Leia was wearing female-only clothing. And I don't think the hairstyle worked. So you basically just stripped naked and went bald. And your name said Princess Leia, and I was like, that's not what Princess Leia is supposed to look like. We can't do this. Alright, we are getting close to our turn-in, which may or may not be the end of the quest. We will find out. So you guys, you still don't have a set date for new server, right? It's still speculative of the 18th, but not confirmed.
Yeah, I think everything
Yes.
right now is speculative.
Okay. Any, like, do you know why it's not confirmed? Are you able to comment on that? Like, are there people that are still not sure about it, or just not sure how you want to do it, or what? Can you say?
I'll say this is, you know, the holiday times are a hectic time for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are working more, some people are working less. It's definitely gonna factor into how quick certain things can be done. It's resource availability. You know, some people are going to be super available now, some people are going to be super available, you know, in a few weeks. Like, it's just one of those things, like, you cannot predict.
Makes sense. All right, let's see. Visions of the Past, rare salvage, and it's a broken lightsaber. Nice. And I can't examine it in the trade window. Here, let's see. Yep. That's pretty cool. Very nice. Now, what if I were to have... Oh, wait a minute. So I could have, since all of this stuff is tradable, I could have farmed these, couldn't I?
Correct.
Yes.
I could sit out there and collect 30 of these things and then just hang out here, and as people land, I could charge credits for the quest item so people don't have to drive 9 kilometers, huh?
I mean, to be
Capitalist.
clear, yeah, that's very that is out of the box thinking for a sandbox MMO. That is kind of like the idea, but like, to be fair, you could already do that with the quest objectives for
The Warren, right?
the Warren,
the letter.
Nim's Palace.
Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of them. And there's definitely people who are keeping them for like decoration. That's kind of the whole point of that.
So I'm gonna guess.
special one.
I'm gonna guess this is gonna work the same way most quest items do, which is if I put this in my backpack and talk to the NPC. Yeah, please
You
hurry and
shouldn't be able to-
return.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of jetpack base, who needs to kill Black Sun when you're just carrying one around with you anyway? And 2 ADKs apparently.
It's one way to think ahead.
I don't even remember what items I have on me. That's how long it's been I played. Oh, look. Force loot. It's a freaking Mirage Melon. Yeah, okay. I guess we can do an 80k giveaway before the new server goes live and give away, like, all of my stuff. Alright, well, did you find it? Let's see what you have there. I found these. Are they what you're hoping to find? Yes, this will work, I think. I'll send it off after my team packs up. Thank you for assisting us. I already have this badge, live event medal. But I also got a UFO. Some sort of flying saucer thing. 2021 Visions to the Past, Dreams of the Future. This is exactly what I was talking about with the Halloween event, though. Just something that's named after the event that people can hold on to and be like, hey, I was there for
and
that.
To be clear, of all of our events, like, we've done 4 of these events this year. Halloween was the only one we didn't do a, like, give you something.
Yeah.
Not to derail that train of thought, but I got to keep the decryptor. Is
Yeah.
that intentional?
Yeah.
Would
For
this
this
still
quest,
work
yes.
for a turn-in?
No, you've already advanced in his.
Well, for me, but
journal.
could I give this to somebody else and that work for them?
Yes, if they got to this point.
So you don't even need to farm these. Only one, like a whole guild could get this this done with just one person in the guild doing it and then passing around the one item.
Yeah, not saying that next time we do this quest that'll be how it happens. We can change that.
It's all right. I mean, it's not a problem. I just I like to break games, and that's easy to break. Well, that was pretty simple. I think, obviously, knowing that Moenia is perma-rev made starting that quest way easier than the Halloween one. So if you were to do it the Empire route, is it basically just the same thing? You talk to an NPC in, I'm assuming, again, Bella Vista, and then they send you to Yavin 4 and do the same thing?
Yeah, they're mirrored to each other in this particular instance. But like I said, this was our first one, so it's only a 2-step quest.
Yeah.
Or technically 3, but compared to Halloween is like, it's a branching, like, you have 4 ways to experience the quest. They all lead to the same ending, but you have multiple ways to approach the quest. And that's kind of like one of the big things I want to, and we have experimented with, is how we can, like, structure these.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find the other guy for Ellie. Might as well. I'm assuming I'm not gonna be able to talk to the Imperial dude.
He'll say something to you. But once you, like, if you're, say, a rebel, a Jedi Knight, who does this quest, if they go to the Imperial one, because it's a rebel Jedi quest, or not a rebel Jedi, Imperial and Rebel Quest. They're not going to let you pick. Like, you have to go to the Rebel because you are Rebel. But you can, like, people who are not affiliated can.
Apparently I used the wrong ticket.
But the reward is a table. The table from the Jedi Enclave.
Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say, it didn't look that familiar, but I don't spend a lot of time in the Jedi Enclave, personally.
That was kind of our thought. Like, most people don't know this item exists.
The item that I've often used as, like, a trophy is the Nemoidian birdcage. Because it's weird, decorative looking, and you don't see it that often.
Yeah, and I mean that's a big thing with like picking quest rewards. It's just we can only pick. We have to go with the description it has already, so it definitely can just take more time and more looking and more like, is
More of a
this close
creative
enough?
approach.
Yeah, you have to really dig around. And that's just unfortunately the limitations of our situation right now.
I don't think that's him.
Thanks, my young friend.
Almost you, man. Thanks for the follow. How's it going? I always did love this fountain here. I recorded one of my videos, I think, talking about clothing attachments in front of this fountain. I was always looking for interesting places to record. Light Runner, thank you for the follow also. Imperial Sergeant Major? Probably also just a regular, yeah. I was trying not to have to go into any buildings, but let's poke our head inside here and see. That is a mouse droid. Event promoter. Yeah, probably not in a hotel, huh? Yes, we did actually just finish it. We did the Rebel version of it, and just for kicks, we're looking for the Imperial starter NPC. Imperial Informant? Keep walking if you know what's good for you. That's not him, is it? Oh, that's definitely him by the name. That's him.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, okay. The name gave that one away. That one was way more recognizable. That's funny. Alright. GG. How do I get out of this city? Should be another shuttle port up here somewhere, I thought.
Yeah, it's just up the hill.
Yeah, I see it. Question is, can I squeeze through here? Nope. Ooh, rubber band. A new server better still have rubber banding. That is a feature. And it better still have shuttles that depart as soon as you pull up to them. Because that is also a staple feature of Star Wars.
Yeah, that's the thing with the movies. Like, Mos Eisley is a bustling starport with so many Starliner's taking off at any given time, you'd be able to get a ride anywhere. But they didn't build it like that.
Hmm. Makes you wonder why Luke and Obi-Wan and them had to hire a smuggler to get them off Tatooine. The Empire really, I guess, I don't know. Do you need ID to use public transportation or what? I guess it would make sense.
I think it would. Like you have to have some kind of papers to get off planet, with like a more public, like kind of what we have, more of a public bus sort of.
It'd be like, wait, did you watch Bad
transportation system.
Batch?
Yes.
Need a chain code, right? Is that what they were? That one episode towards the end.
That's primarily what, like that's what all the officers have on their shoulder in all the movies, and that's actually one of the cool things that I love about Dave Filoni is like he pays attention to those details. Like he mentions those code cylinders and Rebels. He mentions it in I believe in
I'm gonna Google this
like
because I know what you're talking about. The code cylinders are like their access keys and like their ID badges, but chain code was something else. I think Star Wars Bad Batch chain code. Boom. It was a type of identification marker that contained biographical information on an individual. Attuned to a subject's specific biometrics, these markers catalog certain features of a person and their history, and were used by the law enforcement of the New Republic to identify fugitives. That doesn't help us with the Empire.
No, but chain codes are kind of like their thumbprint.
Yeah.
So you have to.
Yeah, but here they're like
kind of a thumbprint.
they look like ID cards or badges or something. They're not they're different than the code cylinders. Yeah, that's probably it.
But yeah, they're effectively the same. Like at least like I don't want to spoil things. Like with Rebels, they were an important part of somebody basically being able to gain access to rooms or gain access to long range communications that you couldn't do with like just stealing off a lieutenant. You had to get it off of somebody higher up.
Wait, did I cut you off? Pooch is saying you got cut the F off.
Probably spoilers, I'm guessing. But I mean, some of these things have been out for a while. And I didn't mention Bad Batch. He mentioned Bad Batch.
Hey, talking about chain codes and Bad Batch, that's not spoilers. That's lore.
Yeah, it's really cool how they expand it. The little details.
Yeah, I should be taking this opportunity to ask you all sorts of questions about Finalizer.
I know, right?
Like, probably a bunch of questions that you can't answer. Whose decision was it to be only 2 characters per account?
That was a overall staff decision.
It was a group decision.
Yeah, we all kind of pitched in on our thoughts on that.
Was there pushback on the idea or the suggestion to remove ADKs?
I think a lot of people, not just on staff, understand like that the cons to the economy for those certainly outweigh the benefit of them. And as it's been said a lot, is they were originally put in, they were put in one patch before 14.1. So they were put in patch 13. And they were there to get people to keep subscribing. And we don't have that problem. So we don't have to worry about it as much.
Yeah, I think that's a fair observation.
I think they do definitely expose other issues with decay that are completely reasonable. But that's kind of part of what we've said in the question and answer is Finalizer will hopefully be a place where we can test changes like that. We can say, okay, we're going to change decay in this way, and then we might give you a survey. And we might change it a different way and kind of give you a survey. I'm not saying that's what we're going to do or anything like that, but like we definitely have more options now, and I think more of a we're to the point where asking some of these questions is and kind of feeling out what is the best solution is a good use of the server.
Yeah, the ability to survey people in-game on login is actually really impressive and really smart.
Yeah, and the other thing that's really big about it is the new server is going to have far more unstable code, and that's kind of a double-edged sword as well. But if you want to experience the fixes from new AI, for instance, like this finalizer server is going to get AI way before Basilisk is going to get AI. Will it be complete? No. But will it be any worse than the AI we have? It shouldn't be.
Big benefit of no ADKs is that items will decay, so if we change templates, the older items will eventually cease to exist. Yeah, part of the problem I see a lot of the time with people talking on the forums about, oh, you can't take this out of the game, or you can't change this, blah, 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 is people thinking that changes occur in a vacuum. Right? Like, oh, you can't remove ADKs because... I don't know. I've never argued this before, so I don't have a good reason. But people don't realize that if you make it like one change to something, you can... Yes, it might affect the balance of something else. But, yeah, okay, so PSG durabilities. That's good. Yeah. So if you've got ADK, if you remove ADKs, then PSGs are pointless because they burn out so quickly. But guess what? If you know that's a problem, when you remove ADKs, you can adjust how quickly PSGs decay so that they're actually viable. Like, you're not making one change.
Yeah, there's any change you do can have knock-on effects. You can tweak one knob and it's going to change so many other knobs that are connected to it.
Correct.
You have to be very, very careful. Like that's definitely one of the things that I don't think people kind of realize is PSGs, and to be clear, like PSGs, we had that. it existed on Basilisk before we had 80Ks. So there's definitely been a period of time where people lived with just having tons of PSGs in their pack or in a crate, ready to take out for a particular encounter. So I don't think it's going to be wildly. I mean, it's going to be a bit different for people, but it's not something that at least some people have not experienced. And it was like that on live for 13 publishes.
Alright, well, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. Can run through and do a quick check to see what items I've got in storage that I'm no longer going to need. So, what do we have in here? Food. Lots of deeds for houses, I think. Naboo houses. A garden and a bank. Some factories, some power, some harvesters.
God, you're one of those people who throws shit on the floor. Ugh.
Look, all these
No.
clothing and armor attachments. Oh, look, they're named. Okay, so we got C's, schematics. Probably nothing good. Unsorted resources. Oh, Pico Pico albatross feathers. Miscellaneous stuff, got grenades, some Night Sister Vibroblade units, power hammer, it's ancient hollow map. What the hell is this?
Ah, that's from a quest.
That's a treasure. Okay, that's neat. Alloy mine gel packet too.
I could tell you which quest it's from if you really wanted to know.
Oh look, their name said the most organized man in the world. Dude, okay, wait. This is Natasha, this is gonna make you sick to your stomach then. If you don't like, if this upsets you,
You need to sit down.
you need to sit down for this next room. Are you ready? Where's my Aurelian
Godspeed.
plant? I don't have one actually. Alright, here we go.
Oh my god, I can feel the aneurysm.
This is like my junk dealer loot kit storage room with like the rugs and stuff. Also paintings, obviously.
Yeah,
Oh,
they can
look.
give a seizure.
More schematics. My Nim's carbine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this house was like my I don't know what to do with this right now, so I'm just gonna drop it in here house.
Why do you do this to your poor viewers?
Guild Hall starter kit. Alright, so I've got more houses. I was just checking maintenance. That house has about almost 4 months worth of maintenance on it still, so that's good. Let's check this
Yes, that would be a
cantina.
good thing to check before you
Before
jump
the new
to
server.
Finalizer.
Oh look, the
I just
cantina
did
still
that
looks
too.
nice. Second fishing event, second place. Nice. How are we looking in here? Same, just under 4 months. Okay. This structure back here is a little bit more organized because this is where I had all my doctor crafting resources.
Define organized, because you and I have a different term there for it.
Here. So, crafting station. Backpacks with sorted by subcomponents / resources. Yeah, that's organized.
Why
like-
are there deeds on the floor?
Why are there deeds on
Why
the
do you do
floor?
this to yourself?
Food factories and wind energy, I guess, in case I need to do a crafting schematic crate run. It's still pretty well stocked. Of course, I gave up Doctor a couple months ago, so can't really do anything with these. Oh, here's a stack of buffs. I don't think there's anything back here. Nope. My structures do not have the maintenance reduction from a merchant. So, I mean, that's something that I could probably benefit from, but it's not that important. I don't even think there's anything in this house. Some loose armor. Droid batteries. Oh, whoa. I did not remember any of this being back here. Alcohol. Hell yeah. Pearls?
Oh god.
A freaking backpack of pearls? Clear crystals. Harvester. Holy cow. Who put all this crap back here? These are
Gee,
probably...
I wonder.
Yeah, definitely wasn't me. Here's a crate of free resources and make a harvester self-powered. Those are relics of the past. Yeah, no, don't worry about it, Lazy. I appreciate it, though. This was where we used to keep armor for guild recruits. Ooh, this only has 54 days on it. Better throw some money in it, because can't afford to lose this stuff. So yeah, we had backpacks of armor for our Wookiees, Thorian members, and then this wall had backpacks with composite armor in it, but I guess they're all gone. There might be guns back here. We had... yeah, weapons for new recruits. None of these are probably any good. People probably just threw their grind weapons in there. But, last, certainly not least, was my guild hall. With my wall of crystals. Ta-da! So pretty.
Ooh.
Yep. I like collecting crystals, even if they're kind of pointless paperweights. They just look pretty. Some vet rewards over here. More stuff over here. I don't know why I have so many like C-3PO statues. And here we go. So I've got 3 crates of free resources, 2 self-powered harvester deeds here. Shitload of more crystals, apparently. Some RIS that someone made for me. The only 2 bounty hunter armor pieces I ever managed to loot after I accidentally lost all my other ones. And I don't think there's anything else. Oh wait, what are these? More house deeds. Stormtrooper armor. Lightweight military backpack. Even more crap.
Hey, Stormtrooper armor might see its day
Oh look,
in the
more
new server
paintings.
for a little while.
More paintings. Oh look, in here, another painting. I can feel your eyebrow just like twitching. I don't know if there's anything. Basement, let's see. Oh! A Kimogira. Surprised you're not named. Wait, does that mean... is the Rancor still up there? We used to have... no, it's not here. We used to have a Rancor hidden in the ceiling. So we placed it in the middle of the room, and then we raised it up until all you could see was the bottom of its feet. And if you like clicked on it and did like the move command, you can bring it down into the middle of the room real fast and freak people out, but looks like it's gone. Yep, that was it. This was the little crater that we built our first city around back when I started my first guild on Bassi. It was nice. Had a shuttle port over here. City Hall was across the crater over there. Obviously the cantina here. This is probably like 5 years ago now. This is all that remains. 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Another relic of Basilisk.
Yep. More? It was longer than that? I mean, I can easily look that up.
Yeah, because wasn't it whenever I remember some of your early videos being from these steps, and it was like the SWG EMU school thing you were running.
Yeah, guild creation. Oh my god, you're right. It was my 50th SWG video, guild creation and announcement, September 13th, 2014. So yeah, 7 years. Sheesh.
But yeah, that it's like Stingray saying in chat, or Stingray, sorry. Like this is a part of decay too. Like the point of the server is not, and the point of any place is not to last forever, but for, you know, a history to exist. And that happens with items. That happens with, you know, on Finalizer, we might have foods that are really good, and they're really good for 6 months, and then it's gone, and then we have much worse food, that same quality. That's one of the big things about the crafting part of this game that really bring it in for me.
This is true. I am looking forward to driving around a planet and not seeing a player house every 200 meters, though. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be very interesting how that all shakes out.
That initial land grab right at the start of the server is crazy. Chaos. People trying to grab, you know, a spot outside Coronet or right outside at Mos Eisley again for the South Eisley Mall.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally like, I think for some people, that's the most exciting part of a new server.
Oh, for sure. The question is, do they know the best way to do it? Because we do. My guild and I mean, I don't even talk to half the people that I came up with this plan with, but we had a plan. We were like, all right, when Sun Crusher goes live, here's how we're going to do it. We came up with a strategy to claim all the most important land first. Though, I don't know, with one character online at a time, it's going to make it a little bit trickier. But I think we can still pull it off. Let me just say, there is a strategy. People survey because you can grab resources faster than harvesters. That's true, but you know what's faster than both surveying or harvesting with harvesters? Doing both at the same time. There's people out here. What are we doing out here? Surveying, sampling.
You can definitely tell with Basilisk the way it is, and the settings the way it is. You could definitely tell when people are like, when it's a really good resource, because you'll see 50 people in one location
Oh, for sure.
And then
When you spot that, that's when you start grinding your wilderness survival XP and just plop a camp down on top of them.
yeah.
You feel like you were a Loch Naboo stan, never gave in to Corellia. Corellia is kind of plain to me too. I would love to live on Naboo. Locke is kind of meh. I really just don't like how out of the way Locke is from everything. It does connect to 2 planets though, which is better than most.
Yeah, but Corellia connects to a ton of planets.
It's true. The convenience of Corellia is pretty relevant.
Gateway planet.
I don't like the aesthetic, and the music is kind of meh, but that could be modded.
Yeah, and what I do like about what they did with a lot of the planets is like they, people may not see it, but each of them really does have its own like look and feel. Like Locke is a lot more like the more rolling hills, whereas Tatooine is a lot more stark, almost mountainous sort of ranges on the map. And Naboo is very hilly, whereas Corellia is very craggy. Like there's more holes in the ground than there is hills. Like everything has a little bit different feel to it. It's pretty cool thing about the game.
I'm trying to remember where. Let me see. So when I first started SWGEmu, we actually started over here, just north of this lake. Actually, can you guys see my cursor? Yeah, you can. Okay. So yeah, that video that I recorded starting the guild, we started right about here. Then we didn't have enough room to really expand. I learned a little bit about city zoning in galaxies, which is well, actually no, we couldn't get a city on Naboo. That was the problem, is that Naboo was capped. However, we realized even if we had been able to build a city, that starting it here would have been a terrible idea because half of the city's area would be in the lake. So you don't want to do that.
Yeah, you definitely have to plan where the center of your city hall is going to be in this game. Like down to setting up waypoints and being like, if this is the center, this is the north edge, the south edge, the west edge, the east edge.
Yeah. I remember in live, I was in a city that built in this little valley out here to the west of Mos Espa. And I can't believe they fit a city in this little like crater, because you couldn't build anything on any of these hills around the outside. So it was weird, but I remember that.
Yeah, my original city on live was on Tatooine up in the top right corner.
By the graveyard? Or, yeah, somewhere up here?
Yeah, that flatter area, those 3 big circles.
Yeah, it's a popular place.
Not super close. I mean, not like super close to the graveyard, but we were probably like maybe northwest or so of there.
See, that's I think a good example of what Lazy was saying. There's so many good spots, more than just the good business ones like Hornet and Isley. Yeah, if you build a city out here, you become like the gateway to the graveyard. So you could have, shops up here that are selling food and buff items or whatever for people getting ready to go into the graveyard. Or Fort Tuscan. I mean, just the fact that there's not a shuttle port anywhere up here, you can build a town up here and people are obviously going to shuttle to it whenever they're going to Fort Tuscan or Jabba's Palace or anything like that. People will definitely appreciate there being shuttle ports closer to, commonly traveled locations. Where was I going? I'm just going to just go back to Isley. Well, the plan, like I said when I started the stream, was to do the event and then do a little video about the new server, but don't see why I shouldn't just end the stream and record that offline like I would record a regular video. What do you guys think? Or do you want to talk about it? More than we already have.
Not particularly.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm really just going to go over, you know, some of the more important Q&A things that were posted on the forums. And trying to hype it up a little bit. I would have liked a hard yes or no on the 18th, though.
You know, dates.
I know.
Personal projects like SWGEmu.
It's been too much to ask for an early Christmas gift. Out of time 69. Is there a release date for the end of Basilisk? How appropriate of a name.
Looks like Rami noticed you in the canteen. Gospel.
Wait, what's that?
Gospel just waved at you in the cantina for a minute.
Oh, I didn't even know that was him. First of all, I totally missed it. Oh, he's ran away. I don't think we can catch up to him. White Knight, huh? Oh, he's running away. Why is he running away? He knows we're onto him.
That's right.
He might be
The jig is
watching.
up.
Oh wait, is he in? Oh no, he's in the starport. Shoot, I went the wrong way. No, must wave. It's probably too far. Oh, the rubber bands. And I burned my burst run. What a disaster. This is going to be... I already know what's going to happen. We're going to be... Oh, I hear the shuttle landing. No.
I believe in you.
All right, we did it. Mission accomplished.
GG.
No! He's doing the new quest! I can give him the thing! I need to know where he went!
Keep it as a reward, like a quest reward. I mean, that's what a lot of people do with like the Imperial quest lines and the Rebel quest line.
He said /mood polite because you're an absolute gentleman. I don't even know what to do. What do we have to do? It's Gospel for Ellie, who's been doing SWG videos as well. Picking up my slack. Oh, he just got sent to Yavin 4. Guess who can save the day?
By cheesing. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for the new events, guys. We're gonna cheese the F out of him.
He might be doing a video. I mean, come on, man.
I asked him if he wants me to help him cheese it. He hasn't said anything. Well, he said, then what do I have to do? Okay, yeah, he is streaming. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to ruin his stream. The cringe. Alright. Yeah, that's all. It's getting late. So if I'm gonna do this video tonight, I better end the stream now and do it. But, yeah, that was cool. Always appreciate helping trying to break stuff.
And we appreciate you trying to break them and giving us suggestions. You know, it's never going to be perfect, but we try and do as best we can.
Thank you for giving me PTSD about paintings.
Yeah, you'll never look at a wanted Han Solo poster the same again.
Never again.
But yeah, keep them coming on the new server too, because these are fun events, and it's nice to have you guys pop in the voice and just kind of BS while I struggle.
It's what we do, friend.
Good job. To everyone else that's hanging out too, thanks for popping in. It's nice seeing my stream view count actually get up to double digits whenever I stream SWG, which with the new server coming is going to be a little bit more often. Not that, you know, for the 3 of you that tune into my Halo streams, not that I don't appreciate you guys too. I mean, why not advertise some stuff, though? I did just start Halo Infinite series, so if any of you Galaxies viewers like to watch Halo gameplay, you can check that out, too. I'm doing Bounty Hunter on YouTube. Just finished Racer Revenge. What else are we going to be doing? Force Unleashed at some point. And I don't remember what the other one that won the poll was. I think, like, Phantom Menace for PlayStation 1. Check it out. Halo Infinite's been really, really good so far. The first 2 episodes that I'm uploading are over an hour long. They're very long videos, but it's only because I love it so much. But yeah, there will definitely be more Galaxies content. I'm going to say this in the video that I'm going to record too, but I'll let you guys know now. I am going to be doing more Galaxies videos when the new server comes up, and I'm even going to be going back and redoing some of my older ones. Specifically my Warren walkthrough, because it's one of the most viewed YouTube videos that I've posted, but it's from an older version of the Warren. Some certain things have changed about how you do it, and there's one part in the video where I actually go the wrong way. So if you're following me along with the video, I actually waste a little bit of people's time, and I've gotten a lot of negative comments about that. So yeah, I would like to fix that. Stingray, yes, they're Halo campaign vids. But all right, I don't waste much more time. I hate being like that typical YouTuber that's like, man, smash that like and subscribe button. But at the same time, if I don't tell you guys about this stuff, you probably don't know it exists. So, whatever. No, I have not finished the game. Yeah, smash that subscribe button and click that bell icon for notifications. All right, I'm gonna go throw up in my mouth a little bit, but
Tasty.
thanks for hanging out. Accidentally unsubs and turns on notifications. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the follow, Double Dose. I will be doing more Galaxy streams, don't worry, but I do like to play other games too, so hopefully you guys enjoy that content as well. If not, I'll see you for the Galaxy stuff. That's it for tonight. Moby's1 here. See you guys later.